Hi
Hi,
everyone,
Chanxiang.
welcome to my channel, Chang's Connecting Conversation. Today we have invited someone who is very special, very special to me because he's an
I'm
excellent
flattered.
MC. His name is Aaron. So I want now to let Aaron introduce himself and what has he been busy, what has he been up to lately. Over to you, Aaron.
Oh, I'm not going to be telling everything. I'm going to keep some of the juicy details to myself. Greetings, everyone.
Yeah,
This is Born to Talk,
born to
and I'm Aaron D. Almeida, and we have, which is an award-winning MC, this
mm,
guy, Aaron D. Almeida.
yeah,
I just happen to be the founder of Born to Talk, and I'm just here to share my journey and insights
yes.
as to how I accomplished this feat. And I would not have accepted this interview if it wasn't for Chang Xiang.
Yeah. All right. Aaron, maybe you
What an
can
honor.
share a little bit to the audience about yourself previously, just a short one. How do you started becoming an MC or somebody who's how does this Born to Talk came about? Maybe you can share a little bit
Wow.
with us.
Wow, that's like a 30, that's 3 decades.
Okay.
I'm going to squeeze 3 decades into a summary
Three
of like
minutes,
60 seconds.
60 seconds. Okay,
Three
cool.
seconds. I get 180 seconds.
Ah,
Okay, I started from a young age, being vocal. My family is in advertising post-production.
mm,
So they used to shoot a lot of commercials on TV. I was Singapore's Ribena boy at the age of 14 years old. My mother says, Rabina is good for me. Would you like some? And then the girl says, yes. But then I'll say, but not too much. And that kind of like got me hooked on being vocal and everything. And then eventually, in my teenage years, I became a regional DJ. I was trained by Silosa Sound,
mm,
and there was a lot of focus on vocals, on communicating with the audience, the guests in the room,
mm,
and of course music management. And so that brought up my public speaking skills to another level. Public relations involved learning how to engage and connect.
mm.
And then eventually I started hosting events, freelancing, and I just fell in love with the stage. And but no, most and importantly, I really loved making people happy.
Ah,
So just to see them smiling and reacting and making their day, that just get me so much of satisfaction.
I see.
And then I learned the ropes of events, because event planning, because I saw that that's where the money was going.
Oh,
So I went up to Thailand. I spent about 10 years in Thailand, and I was working for an Australian event producer.
mm,
And I learned so much about customizing events from my ex mentor.
yeah.
And he gave me the blessings to open up my own event company. So he could, the ones that did not meet his budget, he threw off to me. So that's how I started off in Thailand, my first event company.
Wow.
Eventually, when the economic meltdown happened in 1998, you remember that time?
Yeah, I remember.
Thailand floated the baht. A lot of the companies were closing down. Event companies went into a standstill as well, because corporate MNCs were not spending for events. So I
Mm.
came back in the year 1999, and I saw what was happening, and I says, let's start an event company.
Oh,
But we wanted to do something that was different,
mm,
and I wanted to customize team building programs. I understood that team building was a big part for AGMs, outbound destination events for these corporate clients. So I started studying how to do customizing team building events, and we brought our Singapore market
mm.
overseas in the region to our resort partners. So I was like a travel agent. We were event planners, customizing programs
Wow.
that was very diversified. And I ended up hosting and facilitating these events. So it
Oh,
was like, wow, just tapao liao. So I did that. It was Moriah's Events and Team Builders Private Limited. We ran a good ship solid for about 10 years.
mm.
I was in partnership with most of the tourism boards around Asia, but my HQ was Singapore Tourism Board. I was the first MICE outbound destination management company in Singapore.
Yeah,
Uh, and yeah, we just, it just never stopped.
I see.
Eventually, I took a sabbatical for about 2 years in South India, went to stay in one ashram to,
Mm.
to learn how to be more authentic, basically, with
Ah,
myself,
mm.
and of course with my work and how I engage with the audience. When I came back from that sabbatical ashram after two
Mm.
years, I started Born to Talk. So that was the birth of Born to Talk, and we wanted to create uh, meaningful content for the audience, no
I
matter
see.
what the concept of the event was. I just wanted to focus on public speaking and no more do event planning and management, because
Ah,
that takes a lot. It takes a lot out of your personal life,
I see.
and I just didn't
Okay.
have the energy for it anymore.
I see. Great. So Aaron, I understand that you started with you're someone who has this flair of talking, right? Talking. But for someone who is like me, struggling when I was a young age with low self-esteem, that brought me into the topic of also your favorite topic, the art of communication. So can you share with the audience a little bit more about this art of communication? What is this art of communication all about for you?
Absolutely, Chang Xiang. You brought up a very important point. In fact, that is the most crucial learning stage in order to become a public speaker or an influencer of sorts,
Yeah.
is to learn the art of engaging and connecting with your audience, because it's that energy,
Hmm.
and you want to be able to match and mirror the energy of your audience. You're not just going up there reading from a script, which can become very dry and boring for the audience experience. So the first thing is you need to learn along the way is you need to learn how to read your audience and adapt your style to
Hmm.
keep them engaged, right? Whether it's through humor, storytelling. Oh, there's another word that we learned from Speakers Institute together, didn't we? Story.
Showing. Storytelling.
Yes.
Storytelling.
And
Wow.
making it interactive. So you're going to have a lot of interactive elements to make sure that the audience feels connected to you, and that they feel connected to the program, the objective of the program, and everyone has a great time.
Yeah.
And you can create reflections that they can see themselves in, positive reflections. So that's a very powerful opportunity, role to play. Under the Master of Art of Communication comes another area, which
Oh,
is clear and confident speech. So you need to go through your practice. So practice, as we learned, Chang Xiang, correct?
correct.
It's so important. We can see a lot of videos online about communication, but if you're not putting it into practice, then you just become a consumer, correct?
Yes, correct. That is right. That's so true. It's
Yeah. So
one of the mentor called this stage time, like on the stage, right?
yeah,
We have a stage time.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But before you get your stage time, what you have is your bathroom time. So
Or we can practice in the
because
bathroom also.
you have your natural acoustics in the bathroom. You see the echo, the reverb is all there. The mirror is there. So you sort of like you start to practice and observe
Mm.
how you look like. But in today's age, they are advising you to record yourself, right? Because we got technology, so you can do that as well. But in the old days, we used to use mirror. I use the mirror,
Oh, use a mirror.
and
Wow.
yeah, and bathroom reverbs, reverb effect.
Uh,
So that worked for me. And of course, because you're so passionate about it, and you watch movies, you watch concerts, you see how these guys do it in the West.
yeah.
That energy is so contagious, and so you just you feel all of that energy, and then when you deliver from your abdomen, so the power comes. You know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah,
and it
and
also
Aaron,
shows.
you
Yeah,
mentioned about this word couple of times, the word energy, right? Energy.
absolutely.
So how can someone, for example, the audience out there who are thinking of delivering a great presentation or doing a good emceeing, how can they portray that kind of energy? Where does this energy comes from? You know, where
Very
where
good
where
question,
do they
Chan Xiang. Very
generate
good
this
question.
energy? Where because energy to everyone is very, very different. Some of them, when they
Yeah,
are on stage, they could be very nervous. They could be
absolutely.
thinking what is right to say, what not to say. So from there, you've taken
Absolutely.
up their energy. So where for yourself, where does that energy comes from? Is it from because you want to make someone happy, or it comes from what's that source? Where's that source comes from?
Um, you got to have a passion.
Oh,
You got to love what you do, right? And that source of energy is infinite. It's unlimited when you love what you do. The hours will pass really fast. You get into your element. You get into a state where there's no stopping you. You
oh.
just so it's quite diversified as you mentioned. But the objective of knowing what you're doing there and what makes you where do you get your satisfaction from? Because a lot of people are focused on the money, you know. Uh, but the money is a byproduct. It's not. It cannot be the focus. Like in anything that if you want to be successful, if you research, everyone is talking about you got loving what you do, and the money becomes the side effect.
Yeah,
You follow me?
true.
If you're doing it for the money, it's going to come out fake. it's like flops, you're winging it. There's not enough research and attention given to prepare yourself
I see.
before you're in the limelight
I
on
see.
that stage. So um, that energy, all of that also is a build up to feel the event, to imagine. So you go into a future state of mind
Mm.
to imagine what this event could be like,
Yeah.
and you can feel the energy that must be coming off from that stage that is going into that audience. It could be 100 packs to 5,000 packs, but you want to make sure that energy reaches out and touches everyone so that no one gets left behind.
Wow.
If you can't do that from the stage, then do like what I do. Get off the stage.
You mean
you know,
you
I
do that, you practice that off the stage as in
I
to
don't that comes naturally because
natural
you
for
you
you.
you know
Oh,
you want to come up and close with the people who are present there. Don't forget, it's a humanistic experience. It's not a prima donna experience where we are not performers.
yes.
An MC is not a performer. An MC he's a catalyst. He's a facilitator. He is the ambassador. A part of the team, a part of the crew, a part of the objective of the event, the theme of the event. He becomes you become all of that. So you see that mental preparation involved there.
Ah, so when
That's
you talk
energy.
about, yeah, when you talk
Yeah.
about mental preparation, do you spend time before the actual event doing that visualization, or do you do it just before the event,
No, you
or
spend
it's all the
time way
time,
before
way before it?
way before the event. Absolutely, absolutely. You see, it kicks off. It kicks off when you attend the first meeting.
Okay.
In the first meeting, with asking the right questions, the client or the committee already gives you an idea about what they're expecting, and if there's something new or something could be better compared to what they have done before.
Hmm.
So with the right questions, you get all of this information and data. Sometimes I will go the extra mile to ask them who hosted your last event, so I
Oh,
know where I know where the bar is. You see,
I see,
You
I
know?
see. Wow,
But that's just to tickle my curiosity.
I see.
In reality, it doesn't make a difference to me because when you're being yourself
Hmm.
and you know what you can offer, you understand yourself truly well, and you just bring that wherever you go. You bring that joy, you bring that synergy, that vibe. You bring it, and including that message, especially when you get up on stage. Everyone is there, waiting for a leader to lead the event.
I see. Awesome. Wow. Fantastic. So, yeah, wow, this is something interesting. Talking about catalysts, talking about somebody who lead the show. There's a lot of things involved when we are on stage. I'm sure you agree with me. So the next thing that perhaps we want to talk about is like branding, right? Branding.
Absolutely.
So
Oh,
yeah, branding. So to you, what is branding on stage or in communication skill? Can you explain, share with us?
branding is first and foremost, you need to open the door of
Hello.
opportunity,
Oh,
the
I
door
see.
of opportunity for yourself, right?
See.
So you
And
need
how
to be
how do you
able,
do
you
that?
need to
How
be
do you do
able,
that? How do you do that?
you can either like the old days, we used to attend a lot of networking
Oh,
events.
networking. Okay.
Yeah. So you go out there and you meet people.
I
So they have this personable experience with you.
I see.
I attend as many meetings as I can, even if the client has already, shortlisted. I will still try to push for a meeting. I will
Wow.
go and meet the third party. The third party guys are usually the event planners, so I'll go and meet up with them in person so that they get to experience my synergy in person,
I see.
and that will build confidence for them to create more opportunities for me. So
Oh,
your personal branding in person is as important as going into a networking event and making the first impression.
I see.
Then in today's technology age now, we have to make that impression on social media, on
Media.
your website, right? And your social media ads and everything like that.
Or
So
videos.
videos and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, absolutely. So it's important to remain consistent as well, because then people know that this is not some part-time thing for you. They know that
Ah,
this is a full-time passion that makes you an expert
I
in that
see.
field. So therefore, they are willing to invest their reputation, and their objectives on you to help them achieve those objectives. So you have to be able to to show that you are the man. So your unique style, your consistent persistence, all this is areas on how you develop a strong personal brand. If you don't have an agency, if you don't have a brand like your own, like what I created, Born to Talk, uh, I wanted I wanted to have a brand because I also was thinking of opening up the doors to other potential cream of the crop MCs, public speakers, keynote speakers to come and be represented by Born to Talk agency, so it could become a one-stop for the corporate clients or the market in particular. And I was just one of the talents under Born to Talk. That's how I set myself up to be. You could also just push your name. So your name has to be branded, get that .com with your name, abc.com, that's your name. Make sure it's, it's the website is done up nicely, professionally, clean, depending on the type of event you want to focus on. Or if you're going for all types of event, then have several pages that dedicates to certain types of events. And each page should cater to the theme of that type of event and the target audience. So your branding has to be consistent. Social media is consistent. Your YouTube videos, make them current. That's very important. This is something that
yes.
Yeah, this is something that's still a bit slacking behind in many of the participants for taking on this kind of work. Is their videos. So if you can create more videos, put in the client's testimonies into those videos, get them edited professionally, invest a little bit from your MC money to do that, put a small budget aside, and make sure you have, a great videography taken, nice photography taken, and testimonies as soon as your audience is coming out or leaving the event. Have a team there, your photographer or videographer with a DSLR or an iPhone. Have a list of prepared questions and get them to answer those questions. So they come out of it fresh and they're giving you raw testimony. And that's so powerful. And you put that in the middle of your videos as you're doing your thing with the audience. Show a lot of the audience how they are responding to you, how they are reacting to you. So, it's not a photo taking and video taking of some model or some prima donna or performer on the stage. No, it's all about the audience and what you can create in that event space. So have that all captured into a nice 30-second, 60-second, or 3-minute clip. Even a 3-minute clip can be broken down into maybe 10 different short reels for your TikTok media and all of that. So if you can do that, wow, that will definitely create a significant impact for your personal branding.
Personal brand. Yeah, that was so well said. And you mentioned also doing this for the audience. So am I right to say what MC do, speakers do on stage is all for the audiences instead of for ourselves? Am I right to say that?
Well, it should be. It should be. Just like a DJ, if you go into a venue, and the DJ is playing what he likes, but it doesn't suit the time of the day. It doesn't suit the environment. He's just playing what he likes. You're gonna, it's gonna drive you nuts. You're not gonna be staying for long. So it'll be great if you can, your presence is acknowledged and the service is customized to you. Whether it's service restaurant, whether it's music, whether it's a communicator, then you would want to stay. You will want to stay. You will want to enjoy. You appreciate the attention and the care given that you do exist. So it's important to always put your audience first.
First, yes, correct. And Aaron, there's so much to talk about in communication skills. So with your expertise in emceeing, this is just a small part of it. And we promise there's only 20 minutes of, I think we're going to do a part two for this. So just to wrap it up, could you just share something interesting for your fans or the audience out there about communication skills, especially for those who are struggling with it? What is your message for them that they want to pursue or aspire to be a great speaker or communicator? What will be your message for them?